To another episode of Dolphin Quest Live. You're joining us here at Dolphin Quest Hawaii. My name is Erica and I'm a marine mammal specialist here, and this is my friend Pele. And this morning we're very excited to offer a live question and answer session for you all. If you noticed our video yesterday, we asked you guys to submit your questions that you might have for us about our training, our dolphins, anything dolphin related, so that we can help answer those for you as we go along today. So if you've submitted those questions, we have them ready to answer for you. And if you have any that you'd like us to answer as we go along, please feel free to type in the comment bar and we'll be happy to answer those for you. So let's get the ball rolling this morning.
All right, and thanks for staying with us through some technical difficulties, guys. Our first question is from Misty. Do they receive any kind of rewards besides fish?
Excellent question, Misty. So the short answer is yes. These guys here we're very proud to provide restaurant quality seafood. It's all sustainably caught and hand sorted by our marine mammal specialists every single morning. So these guys will always get their full diet every single day, no matter what. But one way we can add variety to their day is by providing those treats, just like you and I might get. That looks a little bit different for dolphins. It can come in the form of ice treats. It can come in the form of toys, things like that. So it doesn't always have to be food. It can be more than just that. Now, dolphins in the ocean are, by nature, what's considered to be an opportunistic feeder. So that means they're going to be eating as much as they can when they come across that food, because they might not know where that next meal is coming from. Fortunately here for our dolphins at Dolphin Quest Hawaii, they never have to worry about where that next meal is coming from. They always know that they're going to be eating the finest quality seafood every single day. Excellent question, Misty.
Awesome. Good morning, Joy. Good to see you again.
Guys. Thank you for joining us here.
Amy wants to know about their sounds. Do they all make different sounds?
Excellent question, Amy. So the short answer to that, again, is yes. Some of the sounds are a little bit more profound and some have a little bit different meanings. They all are coming from this blowhole here, however. So if you take a look at this blowhole, Pele knows a sound that we've affectionately deemed a raspberry. So you can watch that blowhole move as she makes this sound right here for you. Nice job. That's the only place that air is coming in and out of, so all of those sounds will come out of the blowhole. Sometimes she might have her mouth open, but it's all a trick. She's only making sound from that blowhole. Nice work. Now, every dolphin does have what's called a signature whistle, and that's as unique to them as a human fingerprint is to you and I. So we've actually had the very fortunate pleasure of working with a few researchers in the field that have helped us learn more about what our dolphin signature whistles sound like through the use of a hydrophone. So we're able to put that in the water, record those sounds, and we can hear essentially how these guys are saying their name to one another. And because that's unique to every dolphin in the whole entire world, no two will ever sound the same.
And we're so excited to be the favorite part of Haley's day.
Oh, thank you so much, Haley. Pele and I are very excited that you're joining us here today. Guys, keep those questions coming. What do we got next, Lori?
What about average size and weight?
Excellent question. Do you think we could maybe see Nimbus here with us? All right, guys, so I've got Pele here in front of me. She's about average size. Actually, the average length is about 7.5 to 8 feet long, and she's right in line with that. Average weight is about 350 pounds. However, that is different with every individual, just like it is with people. So while Pele here is right on track for that average size, you'll notice we've got Nimbus joining us here as well. And he's actually our largest dolphin. So if you take a look behind me, we've got Nimbus right here. He is 9 feet long, right on the nose, very close to 500 pounds. Now, that's not sex dependent like it is with some species. With some species, males are always larger, females always smaller. However, that's not necessarily the case with bottlenose dolphins. As you see these two side by side, you can definitely notice that difference here. It's more so genetic in how those individuals process those calories and how they grow on an individual scale. Thank you, Nimbus. And then you'll see how Kaya over there, she's 3 years old, so she's obviously a little bit smaller than Mom and Dad here.
Angelina wants to know if we ever do internships at the Hawaii location.
Excellent question. Currently, we are not offering any internships here at the Hawaii location, but our sister site in Bermuda does offer internships all throughout the year. So be sure to check out our website to learn more about that information if you're interested in coming and joining the Dolphin Quest family.
Nimbus is getting some shout outs.
Oh, Nimbus always gets the shout outs. He certainly does. He's a big, handsome man.
That probably leads really well into the questions from Keaton. Keaton wanted to know if you have any advice for a future animal trainer.
Yes, Keaton. My biggest advice to you is to get started early. If you already know that you have a huge love for animals, dolphins, whales, whatever it is, I advise you to do what you can to start learning as much as you can about working with animals, volunteering as you can at your local animal shelter. If you have a local zoo or aquarium, volunteering there as well. Getting that hands-on experience is some of the most important parts of the work, because it is a lot of hard work to make sure that these guys are living that very, very best life. So Keaton, get on in there, start learning as much as you can, as soon as you can, and then when the opportunity arises to do an internship or any volunteer work, be ready to jump on it, because it is truly the most rewarding thing you could ever do in your whole life.
How about swimming? Do you have to be a good swimmer?
To be a trainer?
Yeah.
That's a good question. So most facilities will actually require you to pass a swim test, just to make sure that you're comfortable and confident in the water. Now, dolphins are very, very comfortable, very confident in the water. They're excellent swimmers all the way around. So it definitely works to your benefit if you can keep up as well.
What about scuba diving? Does that help?
Scuba diving definitely helps, but is not necessarily a requirement for internships or volunteering. Although it looks very good to have on a resume, and it's a ton of fun.
Patrick in Canada wants to know if dolphins ever come into the Canadian waters.
Pat, that's an excellent question. What do you think, Pele? It looked like you were about to answer that question. Now, it does depend on the species of dolphin. Pele here is a bottlenose dolphin, characterized by this long bottle-shaped rostrum here. So for her, as an inshore ecotype of bottlenose dolphin, you're typically going to find her in warm coastal waters that are very safe, like bays and estuaries, and they're non-migratory as well. So you probably won't see bottlenose dolphins up there, but you could see some colder water species, Commerson dolphins, Pacific white-sided dolphins, things like that. But if you do ever see a bottlenose dolphin up there, I'd be very interested to hear about that, so please share.
What about Hawaii? Do we have bottlenose dolphins in Hawaii?
We do have bottlenose dolphins in Hawaii. Now, the dolphins we have here at our family are the inshore ecotype of bottlenose dolphins, so you'll notice they're very comfortable maneuvering in waters about a foot deep or less. This is actually where these guys are going to hunt all of their food. Now, Hawaii, you'll notice Nimbus coming up to join as well. Hawaii can also see some of those bottlenose dolphins. However, what you'll typically see is the offshore ecotype. That's going to be the ecotype that's diving down upwards of 1,000 feet to hunt their food. They're living in deeper waters. They have a little bit better body suited to hunt in those deep waters. Blubber, the way they are able to regulate that heat exchange in their body, that makes them more suited to live in waters like here on the Big Island, that don't necessarily have those warm, shallow, sandy areas like we're very fortunate to have here at Dolphin Quest, Hawaii. So yes, you can, but typically you'll probably see spinner dolphins out there, characterized by those spinning motions that you'll see on or above the surface of the water. Pele's best spinner dolphin impression. Nice work.
Sandy would like to know the oldest and youngest ages of the dolphins.
Excellent question, Sandy. Sandy, okay, so the oldest dolphin that we have here as a part of our family is 49 years young. Pele here is right in the middle of our age group. She is 35 years young. And our youngest dolphin is actually going to be turning 7 months old here in a few days. So we range from 7 months all the way up to 49 years. Pele doesn't look a day over 16, does she?
Brooke would like to know how long they can hold their breath underwater.
Excellent question, Brooke. Now, depends on the species of dolphin. For bottlenose dolphins, we know that the longest recorded breath hold is a little over 7 minutes. So if you want, we can start your watch and we can just have Pele hang out, see if she can beat that down there. But 7 minutes might be a long time to wait. So we know they can hold their breath for 7 minutes, at least if they're just chilling, kind of hanging out down at the bottom. If they start to leak like that, then probably not gonna last as long, right? Nice work.
We had some fish photobombers there. All right. Do you have any advice for kids for conservation, what they can do at home during this time of self-isolation?
Absolutely, guys. So the biggest piece of conservation advice I have for you is to just start getting educated on things that you can do at whatever age to help protect nature, right? Even just getting out in nature, being a part of the environment and learning what it's like to feel that connection to the ocean, to the earth, to the sky, whatever it is so important. That's one of the very important things that we're able to do here at Dolphin Quest Hawaii is help provide people with that connection to the ocean. Pele and her family members here are excellent ambassadors for their species and can help pretty darn easily create that connection to the ocean for a lot of the guests that are able to visit us here. We're hoping that you guys are able to do that as well, still from the comfort of your own home during this time. But I encourage you to do your research, do what you can. Visit websites like ours at Dolphin Quest, other accredited zoos and aquariums, and institutions that have conservation resources abundant that will help you learn more about what you can do to make those tiny changes to help protect your natural world and hopefully foster that inspiration a little bit as well, right? Sorry, Lori.
So one more question. Sandy wants to know, what kind of fish do we feed them and how many do they eat each day?
Excellent question. So that answer varies for every single dolphin as far as how much they eat every single day. But it is all restaurant quality and the species type do vary. For example, we'll feed them fish like this, which are called capelin. We also feed herring, finger mullet, squid, smelt. Depends on the time of year and what's able to be sustainably sourced. And it also depends on these guys, how their days are looking each and every single day as to how much they get. So Pele right now is eating about 26 pounds of fish. That's what we've found keeps her within that really healthy weight range for her age, her size, and her activity level, keeping up with a 3-year-old little one. All right, guys, we want to say thank you for joining us here this morning. We really appreciate all of your support. Pele and I are very grateful to have you all here learning a little bit more about our family and what you can do to help protect these guys on a day-to-day basis. We encourage you to join us tomorrow as we go to visit Dolphin Quest Oahu for their edition of Dolphin Quest Live. And we look forward to seeing you back here in a few days. Guys, from Pele and I, aloha.